Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Lord Zone, and in this video I'll be making the case for Jaehaerys II as being the most underrated king in Westeros history. King Jaehaerys II is often overlooked when thinking of characters in A Song of Ice and Fire. Yes, he was a Targaryen king, but he didn't have much aura. He didn't conquer most of a continent like Aegon the Conqueror. He didn't reign for 55 years like Jaehaerys I. There just isn't much about him that really draws you in. He was sickly, pale, suffered sicknesses all his life, and only reigned for 3 years. So why is he the most underrated king? I think a lot of people focus on what he didn't do, rather than what he did do. Many think of him as the most irrelevant king, but hopefully an analysis of his reign will convince you that he was in fact a good king who deserves more respect. Jaehaerys II was the second son of King Aegon V. Go check out my video on Aegon V if you haven't already. Jaehaerys became heir to the throne after his older brother, Duncan Targaryen, chose to give up his inheritance and marry a peasant girl called Jenny of Oldstones. What Jaehaerys' reign is most known for is the War of the Ninepenny Kings. This was a war between Westeros and a group of merchants, mercenaries, and pirates from the Free Cities who successfully conquered the Stepstones. One of the Ninepenny Kings was the last of the male line of House Blackfyre, Maelys Blackfyre. Maelys was brutish, grotesque, and huge, with a second head sprouting from his neck. Because of this, he was called Maelys the Monstrous. Jaehaerys knew that they were planning on attacking Westeros for Maelys to take the throne, so he assembled a large Westerosi army and decided to attack the Stepstones before the Ninepenny Kings could invade. The war lasted for about a year until Sir Barristan Selmy killed Maelys the Monstrous, ending the war and thus ending the Blackfyre rebellions. I don't think Jaehaerys gets enough credit for this. In choosing to attack the Ninepenny Kings first, it prevented them from gathering more power before they attacked Westeros, and it also saved thousands of Westerosi lives. This is even more impressive considering Jaehaerys was believed to be the least warlike of Aegon V's sons. Jaehaerys II kept his people safe. He was also able to rewrite the wrongs his father had done surrounding the nobility. Aegon had given more rights to the small folk, which made him unpopular amongst the nobles because it took some privileges away from them. Jaehaerys was able to get the nobles back on the crown's side without angering the small folk, which is quite impressive. A common criticism people use against Jaehaerys is that he is the father of the Mad King and is at least partially responsible for him going mad. However, this isn't a fair point because Aerys II wasn't always mad. In his youth, he was said to be charming and was good friends with Tywin Lannister and Steffon Baratheon. His madness didn't start until later on in his reign, years after Jaehaerys' death. Jaehaerys also gets criticized for essentially forcing his children, Aerys II and Rhaella Targaryen, to get married. However, this was because he believed in the prophecy of Azor Ahai, or the prince that was promised, the coming savior who would save the world from darkness. According to a woods witch, Azor Ahai is to be born from the line of Aerys and Rhaella, which is why Jaehaerys betrothed them. Now, if Azor Ahai is in fact Rhaegar, Jon Snow, or Daenerys, as many fans speculate, then Jaehaerys played a huge part in potentially saving the world. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. If so, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.